it has to be over soon, right? And when I say over, the Olympics in Beijing is supposed to be in 2020. The announcement a couple months ago that they're going to go forward with the Olympics in Beijing a year later this year in the summertime. And then we find out that you guys know how expensive it is to put on the Olympics. In fact, countries that have had all of the tourists come in and legitimate countries that have money, Greece, for example, ended up in a ton of debt after everything was over because of the finance it takes to put it on. You have rotting structures in some parts of Greece from when they hosted it in 2004. We find out there won't be fans from outside of the country allowed in the Olympics in Beijing in 2020. And then earlier this week, whispers that with all of the stuff going on politically and socially over the last couple of years, that there are those in the United States that are calling for a potential boycott of the Olympics this year for the United States in Beijing. Look, I think the fact of the matter is this. We have to stand back and look at the Olympics and wonder, is it even worth doing anymore? I mean, is it worth only having it in 3 or 4 countries that can legitimately afford it? Is it worth having to deal through all the social and political garbage that we deal through every time this comes up? Because there's always something. And I understand that the idea of the Olympics was for everybody to get along and come together and ignore everything on the outside. But there's 2 things to think about here. 1, I don't know if that's possible. And 2, I don't know if it's healthy to pretend like nothing wrong is happening and bring everyone together to have sports. It might be a socially and politically irresponsible thing to do. Look, unless you're having it in a major European country or the United States, who can afford it? What's the point of doing it? It might be a bad idea and time to hang it up.